Good Sunday morning. This is Daniel Crawley with the Foothills Weather Network. It's about 10 a.m. at the time of this video, and we are continuing to monitor for the potential of severe weather today across the region. Here's a local look at the radar, and as you can see, we have a line of showers and thunderstorms that are approaching the eastern slopes of Blue Ridge. Earlier today in our briefing, we had talked about the potential for storms to begin impacting around noontime or early afternoon. Well, matter of fact, the trend this morning has been for this stuff to come in a little bit earlier. So we have that going on right now. We'll put it into motion, and as you can see, the storm itself is moving off to the east, but the individual sails are moving more to the north. So it's still going to be a little while before our western sections, folks in McDowell, Rutherford, Burke, Cleveland County, start to get in on the rain, but it's not going to be long, probably in the next half hour or so, especially for folks in Marion, Old Fort, Lake Lure, Forest City, and Rutherford. Again, this is a look at the radar. These storms are gradually moving off to the east, but individually they're moving off to the north-northeast at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. The main threat right now that we're looking at, and I'll zoom in a little bit more and you can see what's happening, just to the west of Lake Lure, Chimney Rock, Hickory Nut Gorge area, and to the southwest of Old Fort, Crooked Creek, and McDowell County, seeing quite a bit of lightning, and that's why we issued the lightning alert just a second ago. A lightning alert is in effect for McDowell and Rutherford counties until 11:30. That'll gradually get extended to the east as the line moves to the east, but for McDowell and Rutherford counties right now, lightning alert, and the areas around the Hickory Nut Gorge area is being impacted the heaviest right now. These storms currently are non-severe, which is a good thing. And I think one thing that we could probably credit to keeping the storms non-severe early on has been the abundant cloud cover. Folks across the foothills actually picked up a little bit of rain around 5, 6 a.m. this morning. Upslope flows really starting to kick in, and as you can see on the visible radar or on the visible satellite image, the GOES 16, you can see a lot of moisture is being moved in from the south and southwest, but there's also a lot of cloud cover across the foothills and even a good bit of cloud cover across the western Piedmont. But once you get roughly eastern Catawba, eastern Lincoln County, and then over toward the I-77 corridor, there are some breaks in the sunshine. So I think that's the big story for severe weather today is how much instability we're going to see in the next few hours. Of course, the Storm Prediction Center has issued slight risk and enhanced risk for severe weather today across our coverage area, and that is mainly for damaging straight line winds, but you cannot rule out the chance of a few tornadoes later today. So we're keeping an eye on that. Hopefully the good thing is with all this cloud cover, especially for our western sections, it's keeping things a little bit more stable. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. I'm going to show you another map, and we'll show you the model data right quick. This is the latest high resolution model, and it's really showing a good job where the precip is right now related to the actual radar. And we'll put this into motion over the next few hours, and this will gradually move to the east. We're looking at 12 o'clock. There's a lot of heavy rainfall back across the mountains, and the leading edge of that is moving in to the foothills, and they keep going. And as you can see here about 2 o'clock, this starts to intensify east of the Blue Ridge, and I think that's starting to pick up on a little bit of the instability, especially for our eastern sections. So we're going to be on the lookout for that after the lunch hour, and that will continue. This is at 2 o'clock, and we'll continue to go forward on that. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And by this point, I think the most severe weather will be in our eastern sections by about 5 o'clock. I think for folks further west, we will be transitioning away from the severe weather and or tornado threat and going more to a heavy rain threat. Keep going through the model run right here, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and then by 8 o'clock, the heaviest activity should be across central North Carolina. Rain will actually be ending in our western sections probably around sunset, and it will probably after sunset, probably 9 o'clock or so, rain will begin to end in our eastern sections east of US 321. So that's kind of an update, a quick update on what's going on. The key word for us to tell you right now, remain weather aware. The dynamics are in play for severe weather. It's all going to be dependent on what instability we have over the next, say, 2 to 4 hours from west to east and how it all interacts with each other. The one thing that we feel pretty confident in right now, we're going to get some good rainfall out of this. I think our area is going to get anywhere from 1 to 2 inches, and some higher totals, especially where heavier cells try to train over the same area. Of course, a flash flood watch is in effect for all the counties in the coverage area, and that went in effect a couple hours ago and will last through this evening. So be on the lookout for small streams, poor drainage areas, urban areas where water tends to pond up. If rainfall comes down at a heavy enough rate, could see some flash flooding due to that. So that's just a quick update. This is Daniel Crawley with the Foothills Weather Network. We'll keep an eye on this. We will continue to update things throughout the day. Any watches or warnings that are issued, we'll pass along to you. And just stay safe and remain weather aware, and we'll get through this severe weather event.